My Lead, Learn, Grow conversation cards help leaders and organizations incorporate learning and growth into everyday conversations. There's a few different ways you can use these cards. One way is to do a deep dive in a team meeting and to focus on a specific topic that you want to address. The information booklet has prompts and ideas about how to do this, but let me go into a little bit more detail here. You may want to use the cards in this way if you've been using them for a while and you've noticed a theme or an area that you'd like to address. Perhaps through conversations, you want to focus on increasing psychological safety on your team. I would set aside an entire meeting for this. Have it be the only agenda item. Choose one question from the learning mindset cards, so these ones here, or from the team culture cards. And invite your team to discuss that question as a group. So here's an example of a question from a learning mindset card. You're going to need to know the level of comfort and trust and vulnerability with your team so that you can have this conversation. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. If you're asking everybody to do a deep dive on this topic, you can have them start by answering with a partner first, where they're going to be maybe more comfortable, or where it maybe invites the quieter folks to contribute, and then move to everybody sharing a summary of their conversation and having a larger group conversation. If your team is quite comfortable and they share the floor, so to speak, equally, then you can just dive right into discussing the question that you chose. Once your team has discussed the question, and more importantly, the broader topic, what you can do is move on to the action cards. And this is really where we see a big impact. So the action cards is the third type of card in the deck. And you can use these as prompts. So here's an example. Let me hold it up to the camera so you can see nice and clear. Agree as a team how you will create successes and learn from mistakes. Start today. So it's an idea prompt of something that you and your team can do to start addressing the topic or the theme or the dynamic that you were just discussing. The action cards are idea prompts, so don't feel limited with what's there. If there's something that's spot on and perfect, take it and run with it, but you can also use them as ideas to generate and brainstorm your new actions that you and your team want to take. What we're looking for is small things that your team can do instead of grandiose one-time effort. So it's like going to the gym and you want to build a muscle. You want to have small increments, develop a habit about this change so that you can start shifting the culture and the dynamic that you're looking to address. Remember, when your people aren't growing, they're going. What dynamics on your team do you want to address, and how could these cards provide a vehicle for you and your team to have honest conversations?